Well, speaking of other fumbles, a lot of fumbles have happened since we've been gone. It must
Yes.
be our luck. We have to come back around so we can bring the more light into the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Lionsgate, everybody knows Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis box office disaster, man. Now this, as of Wednesday, October 9th, this is the 13th day as of Wednesday, October 9th. It's only grossed a little tiny bit over $7 million. Now that is freaking
Oh.
rough because the budget on this thing was stupid. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, but yeah, I know Francis Ford Coppola, he financed himself 120 million out of his
Yeah.
own pocket.
And
So
guys,
that's rough.
if you guys aren't familiar, Francis Ford Coppola just doesn't have that kind of money laying around. He actually used his vineyards and wine company as collateral for that $120 million loan to finance this movie. So I've got a Coppola wine right up here. Like, I'm a fan of Coppola wine, but we might not have Coppola wine anymore because this movie ain't paying that loan back. I'm a little worried about my Coppola wine. But I wanted to talk about this because because we can work in Kevin Costner and Horizon with this too. Is it worth it for these people to finance these things? I mean, Kevin Costner had to take out mortgages on his home and everything, and is talking about potentially losing his home. Like, and these are huge people. I mean, when you talk about Francis Ford Coppola, that's fucking Godfather, y'all. That's like cinema royalty. You think that guy's gonna make money no matter what he puts out. That's probably why he got the loan so easily. But is it worth the risk? I get passion projects. Costner said Horizon was a passion project. Coppola said this was a passion project. Is passion project worth losing everything you own to make it? Because I
Right.
don't know, man. I think that look, George Lucas is the luckiest man ever in the deal that he pulled off, saying, I will finance it myself, you guys distribute it, and I'll bring all the profits in and you go the
Yeah.
piece of it or whatever. Guys, that's rare. That fucking never happens. Like, it just doesn't. And I think sometimes these filmmakers go, yeah, we'll pull off a Lucas, we'll be fine. No, no. Like, if you're doing a short film for 50 grand, go for all in, baby. But a $200 million movie, if you can't get a fucking studio to back that, don't do it. I don't know, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is rough. And just a few little trivia pieces that IMDb Pro also provides. And if you
Nice.
look up any of these films, Francis Ford Coppola wrote the script in the early 80s, but it was kept on the back burner partially due to his financial debts. Well, that sucks. Pre production finally began in 2001 after filming 30 hours of the second unit footage and holding a table read with Paul Newman, Uma Thurman, Robert De Niro, James Gandolfini, Nicolas Cage, Leonardo DiCaprio, Russell Crowe, Eddie Falco, and Kevin Spacey. The project was scrapped after the September 11th attacks because of the scene from the script predicted the attacks. And if you have seen the film, you know what I'm talking about. And it is kind of like that. It is
Yeah.
kind of eerie, so that makes sense in that time period. And then Coppola fully abandoned this project in 2007 and then didn't begin developing it again until 2019. So that is absolutely crazy. And I mean, other people who were supposed to be involved, but difficulties with scheduling or anything like that: Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Kate Blanchett, Michelle Pfeiffer, James Caan, Natalie Emmanuel, a lot of people, man. Christian Bale, he wanted that to be the lead role, or yeah, cast in the lead role. Nikki Glazer, like a lot of people almost were in this film, and still a lot of people are in this film. That's probably what the majority of the budget went to, that and CGI,
Yeah.
because I mean the cast that he put in this thing is wild. But again, I think it's a very film artsy friendly film. If freaking Shape of Water can win so many awards at the Oscars, I think this film can too, because it's like Long Legs for me, where the more I sit with it, the better it becomes, but I don't want to rewatch it. Like, and I'll say that.
And see, but and that's the thing though for me. And it's so funny listing those names. A lot of those people are dead, so that tells you
Yeah.
how long that thing was gestating, right? But the point that you bring up, it probably is a great filmmaker film, right?
Hmm.
And it could potentially win a lot of awards. But we all know that never translates to money. And
Nope,
so
never.
to put up your own money on something like that, I feel like and unfortunately, if you guys ever watched The Player, which was the making of The Godfather, they really kind of show you when you said financial troubles. Coppola's a kind of like all over the place kind of guy. He's not like you know. So I'm not surprised at all that he had financial troubles, throughout his life, because he's a risky kind of like fella. So even more so, I just feel like if you cannot get a studio to back this, and this is where I feel like Coppola failed. He's not that guy. He's not the pitch guy. He couldn't get the studio to back his artsy film, right? Um, I feel like you don't make it then, right? Because I just it's you don't want to see a guy as legendary as Coppola go out on this. Even if it wins some awards, he's going to be bankrupt and washed up, and like we might not ever
Yeah.
see another movie out of him, because where's he going to be? And
Yeah.
if that's the swan song, that breaks my heart, because this guy's one of the most talented filmmakers to ever exist. And
Hmm.
this is a bad way to go out, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, and it's The Offer, not The
The
Player. The
Offer.
Offer.
Sorry, The
Yeah.
Offer. Yeah.
But just because we definitely want people to watch that. It's a
Oh,
great
it's
series,
brilliant
limited series.
series.
It's amazing. Please go watch it. So yeah, I just wanted to correct that
No,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
freaking
The
good.
Player's another
Um,
industry movie with Tim
yeah.
Robbins. Yeah, yeah. The
But
Offer.
yeah, like I said, I mean, it's weird, it's out there, but there's a lot of great cast members in it, and but as a filmmaker, you definitely should watch it. There's nods to so many different films like Citizen Kane, on the waterfront, and a couple of others. So definitely check it out one time for the one time if you are very heavily involved in filmmaker films.